Welcome to my channel. Today, we will discuss on how life originated on Earth. The information put on this video is from the first chapter of my book, Wake Up They Control Us from Other Dimensions. There was nothing in the beginning, and there will be nothing at the end. Time evolved between them in the form of the disorder, corroding all animate and inanimate. Thus, time became the destroyer of all. Then, universes came into existence, creating several planets and stars. Planets and stars begin rotating and revolving, resulting in several phenomena on their surface. Very soon, somewhere in the universe called Earth now, some chemical components that were smart enough to reproduce existed and started life on the face of the Earth. Sooner or later, everyone in their lifetime wonders about a classic question: what is life? Some people spend their entire life in the pursuit of its meaning. Some may come up with their own innovative ideas and thoughts. But life is a process that changes with respect to time, making itself highly unpredictable. We never know what a species of life will look like in thousands of years. Infinite parameters are driving the process of life in a particular direction. Of course, the law is from order to disorder. If it is a process, it must be leading to somewhere or something. At least there must be some outcomes. As we see, destruction is inevitable after creation, and so does death after birth. Where is life moving to? Though dying is inexorable after giving birth, humans, considerably more conscious being on Earth, relentlessly steps forward to understand the interval between birth and death. Humans are only the species to be known to realize the importance of that period. However, it is only the realization of uncertainty and a very vague connotation of life. In reality, we all are conjecturing and may be very far away from the truth. Some might have found the answers but disappeared in the thin air, who knows? Also, some questions are good unanswered, and some hunt entire conscious beings continuously. All we want here is to understand the meaning of life, isn't it? If we contemplate over and over on this subject matter, we can conclude that life is a self-governing chemical, organic matter capable of multiplying itself and passing over its evolved characteristics encoded in DNA. Dr. Harry Fuchs, 2022. The feature of cells keeps on evolving with time. Thus, the replicated life may not have the same ingredients that its mother cell used to have. As a result, a newly formed life may be different from its originality, and the one it will produce will be varied too. In this way, an irreversible chain of production of life happens infinitely and never stops its multiplication. Moreover, it keeps on learning and acquiring new characteristics only to mutate its offspring and make them possibly even better than ever. This may sound highly imaginative, but it clearly indicates if life has a goal otherwise, why does it try to be better and stronger as time passes? Probably this is only one of the differences between animate and inanimate. But as we see life striving for its betterment over time, we can argue that life might have the destiny to reach. Are we, as lives, moving towards something? What is the goal of our lives? Before we jump to the conclusion and chase the world to find our life's goal, we had better understand the most profound meaning of life from the scientific point of view. Let's start our journey with a scientific conjecture published online by Ted Ed, and following it, we will try to dissect it with biology, chemistry, and physics as our instruments. Life began from the chemical combination of information molecules when they started to reproduce and evolve by natural selection. A single-cell bacterium called Cyanobacteria is the main reason for the complex life like us. 3.5 billion years ago, the Earth's atmosphere was mostly nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and methane. All oxygen atoms were locked up with water, and the oceans were populated by anaerobic microbes. They are unicellular organisms that thrive in the absence of oxygen. Between 2 to 3.5 billion years ago, some of these anaerobic microbes began to float on the ocean's surface, which caused an evolution of a new ability known as photosynthesis. Now, they can produce energy by themselves by using sunlight, and the population of these bacteria multiplies rapidly. They started polluting the atmosphere by producing oxygen as the byproduct of photosynthesis. In the beginning, all the oxygen was absorbed in rusting due to a chemical reaction with iron. But after several 100 million years, the population of cyanobacteria produced much more oxygen than it was consumed in the chemical reaction. The oxygen gas started accumulating in the atmosphere of the Earth. But this was not good for other organisms because the oxygen-rich atmosphere was toxic to them. As a result, 2 billion years ago, all life was extinct except cyanobacteria and some other species. This event is called the oxygen catastrophe event, Ted Ed, 2016. When there was no oxygen, methane trapped the heat, making the Earth warm. Still, plenty of oxygen reacted with methane to produce carbon dioxide and water, making the atmosphere lighter and cooler. Now, the environment of the Earth was suitable for the mutation of the bacteria. Hundreds of million years ago, some other prehistoric species of bacteria engulfed cyanobacteria, which are called endosymbiosis. That microbe now had its own internal energy generating part, cyanobacteria. Later, cyanobacteria became the chloroplast of the organism, and the cell became the ancestor of the plant cell. Similarly, several diversities of life existed after several mutations. On February 14, 2021, a research journal on molecules, information, and the origin of life, What is Next? By Salvatore Cirumbolo and Antonio Vella. In conclusion, the authors said, in recent years, many fundamental theories have been reported, and probably life emerged not merely by the random ability of chance and the mandatory pulse of necessity but by dissipative mechanisms, where probably information and thermodynamics are closely intertwined in a chaotic dynamic ultimately held by water. We can simply understand in our words that life has emerged as a chemical-physical dissipative system, where minerals, clays, and water started the first catalytic reactions following other processes to form a complex biology system. Cirumbolo et al., 2021. For more videos, subscribe to Quantum Awareness.